Hello and welcome. Welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. All right. So I have here a board. Now, it's funny. At the World of Commodore, there is the Freebie Table. And I happen to be standing there, and a guy came along with a shortboard 64 that I despise. One of these that I'm okay with. And a 1541. By the time the show ended, because of course I got these things for nothing, I had given away the shortboard. The shortboard 64 to Matthew Desmond, because he is working on wonderful things, and he said he could sure use it to make his wonderful things more wonderful. Sounded beautiful. Also, there was a 1541 that I knew had trouble. I never even got to check it, but there was a fellow there, the next generation, and he was wandering around thinking about trying to buy one here and there. But anyway, I just decided right at the end of the day, you know what? I'm just going to give it to him. Anyway, nothing came up where this one became something that would be helpful. So, I'm going to see what's what here. And here we have a Commodore 64, a bit discolored, keyboard dirty, takes much repeated pressing, pretty clean, works with 1541, power LED okay, original circuit board, video on 1702 not great, all major chips socketed. That is why we have it here. Potential testing machine. Need to do all the harness checks on this 64. All right. Potential testing machine. I mean, there is one thing I really love to hear, and that is all major chips in sockets. Now, I'm going to pull out the screwdriver that I fought to find the last time and see if this fits nicely. And I think it does. It does. So I think maybe I'll keep this one out. Because maybe the little blue one. See, not all Phillips screwdrivers are created equal. They have different. Well, they're just different. I think this is coming out okay. Okay. So, a big rule about testing anything like this is, hello, where's the screw? One screw has not fallen, but it will. There we go. Is, of course, you never plug somebody else's power supply into your machine. And they say, I don't know what happened. Now, I don't have another power supply that I don't know anything about right here. So that should not be an issue. What I do have is, this is an original, early Commodore 64. Original board. I think it's a revision A. Yes, 326298. Revision A. Everything is socketed. And those are the words we'd like to hear. So I will grab a power supply that I have been using and that I trust. Now, I suppose what I could do, I could. Ah, things are falling. I've got things off the desk, but it doesn't mean that they're always much better. Oh, I don't believe it. How How many times must I haul this thing up here? Okay. So I really do need to know. I do need to know. There, is that it? There it is. Okay. Okay. Power supply tester. Yeah. Just in case. I mean, I've used this, but just in case, let's pop this in. Let's see that we are indeed reading 5.16, 5.16. All right. So that is good. I'm going to keep this up here. So let's just get these cords out of the way as much as we can. And plug this in and grab the video and turn it on. Oh, I guess it would help if I turn on the monitor. And we should see, as the monitor comes alive, a not too impressive thing because, of course, the early 64s, and I don't know why, but they just didn't look good on the monitor. Maybe they look better on the TV. Maybe they got them fixed up. I don't know. They just didn't. Anyway, so I'm assuming that this other 64 is not going to come to life. And of course, one of the reasons I can assume that is it doesn't have all the chips in it. Here is the door, the cover, the shielding. It is. And this other 64 that I know nothing about does indeed have a big chip in it. So, with great care, I'm going to take this chip puller that Al Payne gave me last year at the World of Commodore. The chip is kind of covered in slime, but that's okay. It's supposed to be. And this, see this thing, it's got a finger. And it goes down onto the chip. And it helps with heat, because heat is the enemy. Oh no. As soon as I start recording again, a message comes through. Oh. Maybe I will not record again on this for a bit, because things happen. Okay, so all I'm really going to do today on this is one by one, take out the chips, pop them into this one, and see if they work. Ew. There looks to be like there's been some sort of slime under there. Anyway, check the witness mark, check the witness mark. The pins all look good. Good thing I didn't record more questions. Okay. Ah. It's a little tough going in. But it looks okay. So let's see. Do we get a picture or do we not? We do. Actually, you know what? It looks a little better. It does. It's not great, but it does look a little bit better. And it may be that if I crank on this sucker, which I should be doing with a screwdriver, but I don't want to dig for a screwdriver. Maybe the chip puller will do it. Well, no, maybe that didn't help any. There's another potentiometer in here. Well, maybe that helped a little. Okay, so the VIC chip seems to be okay. Now, one thing to be very careful when you're working on boards of a different kind is the chips are not in the same place. So here is the PLA chip, and here is the PLA chip. They are pretty much in the same positioning on this, but see the SID chip, which is missing from this machine, of course, is completely different. All right, so we'll check the pins. The PLA, yeah, they're a little bent. The PLA chip is often the failure. Not always, but often. All right. Check the witness mark. Line it up. This may be a good time for reading glasses. Okay, we're in. We'll turn it on. Now that little flash I saw is an indication that we're good so far. What are we doing here? Why are we not lit up? Maybe this is time. It's funny, the switch on this is a little wonky. Okay, so now we'll go forward. The 6510. Now I'm going to put these, kind of lay them out in the same configuration that they came out, and put the chips over here. All right. So there were chips missing from this. I would assume that if I just repopulated, that it wouldn't work. You would think that whoever had it would have tried that, or maybe they just were fed up with it. Things like this happen. You're just like, I have had enough of this. Or maybe they just had a spare. Like, yeah, that's fine. Time to let her go. All right. It's in. Let's see, that little gives me good in. Yes, indeed. We're up. We're running. Now, the next things to do are the round chips. Now, they are, as it happens, in the same order. This one is a 901-225. I will put that here. I will bring this here. These definitely had a lot of slime on them, but I should be able to read this okay. I should be able to. What is this? 901-225. All right. We're going in. That looked different. But it came up okay. Alrighty. Let's go. A little bit more prying. For the 901-227. Pins look okay. Line them up in the socket. Looks alright. That was a different flash. But still okay. Alright. One more big chip to check. That's here. At minimum, we have some good parts. Alright. The pins are a little bent on this one. Always be gentle. 901, 226. Well, that's different too. Okay. So, well, we changed out all the chips that were in this one. This is all socketed too, and it's good. So, I guess next time I will repopulate this with the chips that were actually in this other computer here, and yank out these. And it doesn't need a SID chip to work, but we'll see. And who knows? Maybe it'll come to life. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's something RAM related. I don't know. Anyway, if nothing else, we have some good chips. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens next time back here in the TV room. Bye for now.